Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video tutorial as part of our Windows Server Administration training. In this video, we are going to create group policy objects and enforce it for the organizational units we have created in the previous video demonstration. Now using group policy objects, we can control system behavior, applications and security settings as well as other scripts for all the users and computers on our domain. So let's go ahead and see how we can achieve that in our Windows Server that we have installed. We are going to create a few GPOs such as how to deploy wallpapers and applications as well as enforcing policies and users password requirements. Now enabling these policies should set the platform for you to explore many others as part of the users and computers. I will also leave you with a challenge which you can look forward to while completing on your own towards the end of the video. Let's start our server manager. And under server manager, click on the group policy management. We are going to click on our domain and create a GPO in this domain. We are going to link it to the entire domain computers. So I'm going to name it as wallpaper, since in this case we are going to enforce wallpapers as a policy. So the GPO name is going to be wallpaper, and we can see the wallpaper that we have created. Now I'm going to edit it. So we're going to click on users policies, administrative template. We can find desktop. We have a few policies regarding the desktop and one of that being the desktop wallpaper. So I'm going to double click on wallpaper, and at the moment we have not configured any. So I'm going to click this as enabled. Before we go and give a link, let's locate the wallpaper. So I'm going to go back to my folder. I have created a folder named wallpaper, so I need to share this. Click on properties, and under the sharing option I'm going to click on advanced sharing, and I'll ensure that this is shared with everyone. I'm going to click on apply, click OK. I'm going to copy this particular path. Now this is going to be my UNC path, and this is what I will need to provide as far as the link is concerned that I have selected. And in case you're wondering why I've added the wallpaper.jpg, let's just quickly go back and I will show you the wallpaper name that I have created is the JPEG file. Now I would like to have this as fill. Now that we have created a GPO, let's go ahead and test it in our client machine. Now in our client machine, I'm going to simply update the group policy settings. So I'm going to open up my command prompt, and in the command prompt, I'm going to run this particular command, gp update. Now that we have updated our group policy, we can see that the wallpaper has changed according to the setting that we had done created. So all the clients are now going to have the same wallpaper as this. We will move on and see some other group policy objects. Let's go ahead and see how we are going to enforce the password policy. So under my training.local, I'm going to create yet another policy. So now I'm going to edit this, and under policies we have the Windows setting, and under the Windows settings, security settings and account policies. So if I click on account policies, we have the password policy. So if I double click on this, here we have the policies regarding the password. So we're going to explore these policies one by one. So enforcing the password history, if I double click that, so if I define this policy, I can increase this number to any number of our liking. So I'm just going to keep it to 3, and this would mean that 3 different passwords every time it asks us. So for this, I'm going to click on apply and click OK. Minimum and maximum password age. So if I define this policy setting, so how many days before the password will expire. So by default, Windows Server is keeping it on 42. So that depends on your company's policy. So if I change it to, let's say, 30 days, so after every 30 days the account holder's passwords will expire and will need to change it. I will leave the rest for you to explore. Now let's go on to see how we are going to deploy software package. We can do that by creating group policy objects again in our domain. However, let's go and create a organizational unit first, since we need to move the computers from the computers container. Let's go on to Active Directory users and computers, and under the computers we see that I'm going to create a organizational unit, let's say under headquarters, and I will call it and move the computer to the organizational unit that I had created. So I will locate the organizational unit, I will click this, and under computers I'm going to click OK. this time. So if I come to computers, I'll see that and edit the computers that require deploying the software. Under the headquarters OU, we have the computers that we just created. So I'm going to create a GPU and link it in this particular domain. I'm going to give it a name. So this time around, I'm going to deploy Google Chrome. So I'm just going to name it as Chrome and click OK. We have a GPU here to edit it, policies, software settings, and software installation. Click on the properties with my UNC path here. For that, I'm going to locate and share the folder which has the software for deployment. So I have the Chrome folder here which contains the MSI file for installation of Google Chrome. So I'm going to share this. I'm going to click on properties, share from, and click everyone. And the privilege we have given is just reached, which is okay. So I'm going to click share. It says that our folder is now shared. I'm going to click on copy UNC path. I will go back to my GPU under properties to provide the link of my UNC and click apply. I will click on new package and you can see that it is picking up the MSI file. Click OK. It's going to take a few minutes. Now that we see that the package has already been added, let's go ahead and check if we are able to successfully deploy this particular package on our client machine. So for that, we will need to sign in to our client. I'm going to start updating the group policy. Press enter and I will await for the policy to be updated. Okay, now that the policy has been updated, the last thing is certain computer policies are enabled only during the startup. So do you want to start up? I'm going to manually start up my computer. So for now, I'm going to press no and let's manually start up our computer. Let's log in to see if the changes have taken place. fquiz.cpl and we can see that Google Chrome has successfully been installed in our computer. While we are at it, we can also verify by looking at the wallpaper installation. And the wallpaper is being picked up from the training server. So far, we have looked at how to enforce certain policies, such as users' password requirements, deploying wallpapers, and applications. So it's time for the challenge I had mentioned earlier in the video. The first being, see if you can enforce a policy which will enable the server to control the time and date for the client machines. And the second being your ability to deploy the Acrobat Reader software package to client. I have shared a link which contains the MSI file for the Acrobat Reader. Well, this is it as far as the group policy objects are concerned. For now, we will see how to share files and folders next. See you in the next video.